My dear friend, there are moments in life when heaven leans close, moments when God whispers something so gentle, so comforting, that the heart suddenly feels lighter and the soul stands still. Today's message is one of those moments. If you have been praying for love, waiting in silence, or carrying a quiet loneliness that no one else sees, then this message is for you. Because I believe with all my heart that when God prepares love, it does not arrive late. When heaven sends someone into your life, they come carrying warmth, healing, and the touch your soul has longed for. Today, we speak about a divine sign, a heavenly reassurance, a message whispered through angels. Your soulmate is coming to hug you, and it's going to happen sooner than you think. Not because you are lucky, not because you are perfect, but because God has chosen this moment to comfort your heart. When God begins to bring your soulmate closer in a particular season, it doesn't always start with something dramatic or loud. Many times begins quietly, almost invisibly, like the soft shift of the wind before the rain arrives. You don't see the storm yet, but you can feel that something in the atmosphere has changed. In the same way, when heaven decides it's time for two destined souls to meet, life around you begins to rearrange itself in ways you may not immediately understand. Prayers you thought were unanswered begin moving beneath the surface. Delays that once frustrated you slowly turn into divine redirections. And the loneliness that once felt heavy starts feeling more like preparation than punishment. God never sends the right person at the wrong time. He waits until your heart is ready, your spirit is open, and your life can hold the blessing without breaking under its weight. This season is not an accident. It is the unfolding of a heavenly schedule. You may not have noticed it, but the way you think about love has been changing. Old desires are fading. Old fears are losing their strength. Things that once hurt you no longer define you. God has been clearing space inside your heart so that when your soulmate arrives, you can welcome them without carrying the shadows of yesterday. There is also a spiritual alignment happening for the other person. They too are being refined. They are being drawn into maturity, clarity, and emotional stability. They are healing from their own past, learning lessons they needed before they could love you the way you deserve. God is nudging them, stirring them, preparing them just as carefully as He has prepared you. This is why timing matters so deeply. Two souls that belong together must arrive at the same moment spiritually, or the connection cannot flourish. Heaven is ensuring that when they step into your life, they are not half ready, half present, or half healed. They will arrive whole in the areas that matter most. Signs of this season appear in subtle yet powerful ways. You may find your peace growing for no obvious reason. You may feel more hopeful about the future, more confident in who you are, or more willing to let go of what no longer serves you. These are not random emotions. They are the fingerprints of divine timing. God is lifting your spirit because the blessing is near. He is strengthening your heart because a new chapter is opening, is adjusting your path because someone is being guided directly toward you. Sometimes God will even separate you from certain people, opportunities, or habits, not to punish you, but to protect the space where your soulmate will soon stand. You might feel like you're losing things, but in truth, you're being positioned to receive better. When God is bringing your soulmate closer, no separation is accidental, and no connection that ends is wasted. Everything is part of realignment. You may also notice moments where you feel a sudden warmth, a sudden longing, or a sudden awareness of love. These emotions come from the spiritual connection between you and your soulmate strengthening. The closer they get, the more your soul senses it. The heart can feel what the eyes cannot yet see. Heaven often whispers before it acts. Divine timing is never rushed, but it is never late. When God says the season has shifted, everything accelerates. Paths cross. Conversations begin. Unexpected encounters unfold. What once looked impossible becomes surprisingly simple. What once felt distant begins moving toward you quickly. And you will realize that all the waiting, all the tears, all the lonely nights were never signs of abandonment. They were signs of preparation. Your soulmate is closer now than ever before because God Himself has started moving the pieces into place. And once God begins a work like this, nothing can stop it. Before your soulmate arrives, God uses angels to guide you toward emotional healing, often in ways that feel subtle yet deeply transformative. Your heart carries memories, hurts, and disappointments from past relationships, broken promises, and moments when love seemed to fail you. These experiences, though painful, are not meaningless. Heaven sees every tear, every sigh, every sleepless night, and it moves to restore the broken places in your heart. The angels are not only messengers of hope, they are ministers of restoration. They help you release the weight of past pain so that your heart can receive love without fear, hesitation, or doubt. Angels work in mysterious ways. Sometimes they speak through moments of reflection, quiet whispers in your mind reminding you of your worth. Sometimes they work through other people, offering guidance, support, or encouragement that you might not immediately recognize as divine. They may bring encounters that teach patience, forgiveness, and the value of letting go. Each experience, each nudge, designed to remove barriers that would otherwise prevent the fullness of your soulmate connection. They help you identify patterns that keep you stuck, fears that hold you back, and insecurities that cloud your vision. Through this gentle guidance, the angels create a space in your heart where love can flow freely. Emotional healing is essential because God's design for love is whole and pure. A heart weighed down by old wounds cannot fully embrace a soulmate without hesitation or fear. That is why the angels focus on your emotional readiness before introducing the person meant for you. They help you release anger toward yourself or others, transform doubt into faith, and shift disappointment into expectation. Preparation is not instantaneous. It is a process of growth and surrender. Each time you let go of a past hurt, each time you forgive and heal, the angels are orchestrating a spiritual alignment, drawing you closer to the love you are meant to receive. Angels also remind you of the importance of self-love and self-respect. They teach that before you can receive love fully, you must value yourself and understand your own worth. This is why moments of solitude, reflection, and prayer feel so powerful during this season. The angels are preparing you to meet someone who will see your value as God sees it, someone who will honor your heart, cherish your spirit, and walk with you in alignment with God's plan. Your readiness is as important as theirs, and heaven orchestrates both sides of this sacred encounter with care and precision. During this time of preparation, you may feel a mixture of emotions, relief, anticipation, even confusion. Feelings are part of the healing process. The angels guide you through each stage, helping you understand that every struggle, every lingering fear, and every moment of loneliness is temporary and purposeful. They are training your heart to be resilient, open, and ready to receive a love that is not merely ordinary, but divinely orchestrated. They are teaching you to recognize signs, messages, and confirmations from God that your season of waiting is drawing to a close. Ultimately, the guidance of angels ensures that your heart is not only prepared to meet your soulmate, but is also ready to experience the depth, joy, and peace of a love that reflects God's intentions. They remind you that love begins from within, that the foundation of any sacred connection is healing, trust, and readiness. As they work on your emotional restoration, simultaneously strengthen your faith, giving you the confidence to believe that the person God has planned for you is indeed on their way, that the embrace your soul has longed for is imminent, and that the journey you are on, though sometimes challenging, leading to a divine reunion filled with joy, peace, and fulfillment. Even before you meet your soulmate, there is a spiritual pull that draws both of you toward each other. This connection is not merely a coincidence or the result of chance. It is a divine design orchestrated by God and quietly reinforced by the angels. You may not see them, you may not hear from them yet, but on a spiritual level, your souls are already aware of one another. There is a subtle energy, a resonance that exists between two destined hearts, and it begins long before the first handshake, the first conversation, or the first hug. Pull is the universe aligning, preparing both of you to meet at the perfect time and place, ensuring that when you do finally connect, the meeting will carry depth, significance, and divine purpose. The pull often manifests in unexpected ways. You may feel a sense of curiosity about someone you barely know, or experience moments of déjà vu that leave you wondering why your heart is stirred by a name, a face, or even a thought. You may notice that certain people appear in your life repeatedly, or that situations seem to nudge you closer to someone without any clear explanation. These are not random events. They are the gentle guidance of God, working through angels and circumstances to awaken your awareness of the connection that already exists on a spiritual level. Your heart and theirs are like magnets drawn together by an invisible thread that stretches across time and space, waiting for the moment when it can finally bring you into each other's presence. Your soulmate may also be feeling this pull, sense a longing, a curiosity, a desire to connect with someone they cannot fully explain. It is as if their heart recognizes a piece of itself in you, even though your paths have not yet fully crossed. Is why sometimes people feel inexplicably drawn to someone they have never met, or why they are certain that someone across the city, across the country, or even across the world is meant to be part of their story. The pull is not about infatuation or fleeting attraction. It is a recognition of a soul that has been prepared to complement, support, and grow with them. It is a spiritual signal that both hearts are ready to unite when the time is right. During this season, important to remain aware and attentive to these subtle signals. God often communicates through feelings, coincidences, dreams, and intuitions that guide you toward your destined partner, the pull may be accompanied by moments of longing, reflection, and anticipation, which serve to prepare you emotionally and spiritually for the encounter to come. Preparation ensures that when your paths finally cross, you are able to recognize the significance of the connection and embrace it fully without hesitation. The pull is not just a feeling, a form of divine communication, a sign that heaven is orchestrating circumstances so that two hearts will meet in alignment with God's plan. Even in moments of doubt or impatience, it is crucial to trust this spiritual pull. It is a reminder that love is not random or accidental. The heart has a way of knowing what the mind cannot yet understand, and the soul senses connections that time has yet to reveal. Your soulmate is being guided by the same force that is guiding you, and the closer you both move toward